awards later, we are still getting new iterations from Ray Rastelli. It is unbelievable. And this is the 20 count of the 2-ounce Black Angus Filet Medallions. These ship in time for Easter. Everything in the show ships in time for Easter. These are brand new today. These are buttery, they're soft, they're lean, they are perfectly marbled, and I think they're such a great size. This is what you're getting. You're getting all 20 right here. And it's the only day at this price. So there's all 20 on your screen. They are $99.98. That means they're $5 a piece. What? I know. For Black Angus Filet Medallions, $5 a piece. And they ship now, or they ship the week of April 22nd. Ray Rastelli, it's always so good to see you.
It is great to see you, and I'm so excited about bringing this item because we don't bring it very often, and the reason we don't bring it very often is there's only 2 medallions on every single tenderloin. So I'm just going to bring it to the meat block because I want you to realize it's filet mignon. So think about this. When we talk about a medallion, I call them petite fillets because they're just the right, perfect size. This is our whole tenderloin. Now, we've aged this tenderloin for 28 days. You can see we've taken every ounce of fat off it. So if you love our 5-ounce beautiful center cut Black Angus filet mignons, this is that same exact piece of meat, except it's the 2-ounce version, and we only get 2 out of each tenderloin. So Mary, they're very, very limited, and that's why we only come here a couple of times a year with this medallion.
Yeah, because I just wrote on here in big letters, no auto delivery.
No.
I mean, we couldn't do it even if we begged. And they come in 2 per pack, and they look super easy to cook.
They too. They're really, really simple. The vacuum packaging, of course, keeps in all the freshness, blocks out all the bacteria. But what you're going to notice is there's no fat on this at all. And you talked about being the perfect size. It's the perfect size because you're able to cook this in literally 3 minutes. And that's what I love best about this. And if you look at the tenderloin itself, look at the filet mignon, you're going to notice there is no fat on this. Now, I'm going to be able to cut
If you're missing a piece, that was me.
That was you, yes. But look at every piece is exactly perfect. Now, it's not a chunk. It's not a tip. It's actually a filet mignon steak. It's just the right size portion. And you can do everything with this that you do with our large 5-ounce filet mignon. But everyone's going to be tender. It's going to be incredibly juicy. And what I like best about it is they're so quick to cook. Good. They're versatile. Think about on some tacos, right? And now I'm out of 1 tenderloin, one of these 2-ounce tenders, I'm going to be able to make it minimally 3 beautiful tacos out of it. So think about a filet mignon taco. Here we are in the middle of March Madness starting, right? Think about what it's going to look like and taste like when you serve your guests a filet mignon taco. Right?
When your whole family is over to your house.
Which they were yesterday. Yesterday was one of those days. We stayed inside with the rain, but all 10
many
grandkids.
People?
20. There's, of course, my 4 kids and their spouses and the 10 grandkids. So we were cooking all day yesterday. But that's, you know, that's really what life's about. And for us as a real Italian family, you know what? I will tell you, everything revolves around that kitchen table. And
this is so tender.
Look at this. Look at the moisture inside of that filet mignon. That's really what you want. And you get that because, Mary, it's been aged. And aging is the natural process of the enzymes and the proteins breaking down. Look at that. That's what you want in a filet mignon.
Ray, these are fantastic. You know what I like, too, is that they're medallions.
Yes.
I feel like the tips, sometimes you can char it on one side. You don't get a good sear on the other because it's an odd shape.
It is.
The medallion shape lends itself to cooking up quickly, but also beautifully every time.
It does. If you take a look, I want you to see that it's a steak, right? Look at this. It's a full steak. Now, it's 2 to 2.5 ounces is really what it is, but I want you to see how tender this steak is. Now, this is the whole steak. I'm just going to use my fork, right? Look at this. Right through the center of this entire filet mignon. Look at that, right through the center. Now I can go through this piece of it as well. You know you've got a really tender piece of meat when you can go right through that. But what I love best is that every slice will be perfect. Take a look at as I slice through this.
Oh, yum.
The texture, the tenderness. Look at that. And of course, it's filet mignon. So if you want filet every day, this is one of those ways you can actually do that because you can do so much with that filet mignon. And look at how every piece is just perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Zero fat. And I love that about this. You know, most people want a steak. They don't want to chew into fat and nerves. That I will guarantee you that on a filet mignon, you're never going to get that. Every one, look at this.
Well, we count on that from our
perfect.
hometown butcher.
Look, yes.
I mean,
well,
you take care of that for us and you have for 45 years, or is it 40?
It's 48 years,
now.
but who's
Yeah,
counting,
wow.
right? But I will tell you that when the guests come into the butcher shop, they can't get this, Mary.
Right.
And the reason for it is because we save these for QVC. We know our QVC guests love these. They go such a long, long way in being able to produce it in so many different ways that we make sure we save them all for QVC as we cut them at the butcher shop.
I have a whole hour show ahead. I'm trying so hard not to go face down on this table because these are so good. They're buttery. They're melt in your mouth. By the way, I have an update for everybody. If you want all 20 to ship the week of April 22nd, it's last call.
Oh, my goodness.
Ray, what the heck? Now,
smart.
if you want the immediate ship week, they will get there in time for Easter. So keep in mind, if you're looking for something to accompany your table, this is a great one to find. They're aged 28 days. These are quick, they're easy, they're rich in flavor, but the price goes up at the end of the day. Also, just to note, this is the lowest price they will be for the next 3 months, if they're here at all. So when you see them, and no, we're making tacos, they're in the skillet. I mean, we have so many great ideas on the table.
We've done some, you can actually do a kebab. Here, we actually paired 2 of these with the salmon that's coming up as a surf and turf. So think about that. Right, you could actually take one of the 2-ounce medallions, cut the salmon in half, and with 2 medallions and 1 piece of salmon, you've got 2 beautiful surf and turfs that you're going to be able to make. I love doing this. I love pizza, but I love topping a pizza whenever I really feel like a carnivore. And I know you and I get the meat sweats at times, right? I love being able to put that filet mignon just right on top of that pizza.
A little balsamic drizzle,
A little
maybe?
balsamic drizzle. And of course, the kebab is one of my favorites because, remember, kebabs can be really difficult to cook. You know, when you cook a kebab, you've got vegetables on there. You may have some mushrooms or potatoes on there. They cook at a different time. So you need a really tender piece of meat. This piece of meat, I made 2 kebabs out of 1 of our filet mignons. So you can see how far it's going to go, but this will be incredibly tender to the bite each and every time. And don't forget the seasoning, Mary.
Not ever.
Going to get the seasoning comes right with our steak as well.
Well, and if you eat 2 of these, that's 4 ounces. That's like a restaurant serving of filet mignon. But how much would it cost you at a restaurant?
Oh.
I mean, it wouldn't cost you $10, let's put it that way, because it's $5 per medallion. And quite frankly, for a lunch portion, I would slice up 1, have 3 tacos, and be perfectly fine.
That's exactly right. And it's one of the reasons why it's one of my favorites to be able to cook, because it cooks so quickly. Think about it. It's 2 ounces. You're going to drop it on a hot skillet for about 1.5 minutes. You're going to put some seasoning on it that you get. Flip it over, and in another minute, you're done. You get this filet mignon, and you can see as I slice, you can see how juicy it is, you can see how tender it is, but you can also notice just no fat at all. And I love that about these filet mignon tenderloins. I mean, look how juicy that is.
I know, 800 already gone. Frank, you doing okay upstairs? Is this hard to watch for you? Okay, he's on his way down. I thought maybe. Frank is our line producer upstairs, and he loves food just as much as we do.
Yes.
And so I know he's got to be up there, like single tear coming down his cheek. Just remember, this is everything you're getting. Easy to store in your freezer. You're getting all 20, and it's a today-only price. The price goes away at the end of the day. Lowest price they'll be for the next 3 months. Super, super versatile. Do we still have the ship week of April 22nd? There's only 300 left in that April 22nd ship week. This is supposed to last all day. And we have the immediate ship week that will get to you in time for Easter. Can I come back and hang out with you some more?
Absolutely. Got a lot more.
Yay! Thank you, my friend. Hey, just a little heads up. My sweater is Belle by Kim Gravel. It is a clearance price.